Commissioner Rustaller.
Present.
Commissioner Sangha.
Here.
That concludes roll call.
Thank you. Any action on request for continuance or withdrawals?
Thank you, Chair. David Kwong, your Community Development Director. We do have a request that came in today from Mr. Hakam on item number 1 regarding the variance, as well as a letter, but the letter from Mr. Hakam asks for a continuance of the item to May 6th at this time.
Okay, thank you. Any comment or motion to variance number PA 21006 carry it over to May 6th?
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Ridgely. Commissioner Rustaller.
Yes.
Commissioner Sangha. Commissioner Hamilton.
Yes. Motion passes 4. Thank you. This time, the public is welcome to address the Planning Commission on items of interest to the public that are not listed on the agenda. Comments to the Commission are limited to a maximum of 5 minutes or 250 words for comments provided via email to .org. Have anything online?
I am showing no online participants.
Thank you. We'll move on to action item. 1 has been carried over, so we will go to number 2, Housing Element Annual Progress Report.
Good evening, Chair Hamilton and Commissioners. John Funderburg, Principal Planner, Community Development Department. This is a review of the San Joaquin County General Plan Housing Element Annual Progress Report for 2020. Background. On December 15, 2015, the 2015-2023 Housing Element was adopted by the Board of Supervisors and was certified by the Housing and Community Development Department, HCD, on October 13, 2016. The housing element is one of the 7 mandated elements of the general plan and contains information related to the county's existing housing needs, an analysis of the county's population and employment trends, household characteristics, and an inventory of land suitable for residential development, and goals, policies, and programs intended to meet the identified housing needs and state mandated requirements. The county is required to prepare an annual progress report for submittal to HCD and the Governor's Office of Planning and Research. The purpose of the annual report is to provide information on the progress of the housing element's implementation status toward meeting the county's share of the Regional Housing Needs Allocation, or RHNA, as commonly known. The county is required to accommodate its share of the RHNA as established by HCD. The RHNA process allows the state's future housing needs to each county and city based on projected population and household growth. HCD requires that the annual progress report contain the following information: a listing of that year's housing development applications and the housing units that were issued, building permits, or were completed. The first 2 lists determine the table that shows the progress in meeting the RHNA. Also, if there are any, it includes a list of sites the county identified or rezoned to accommodate any shortfall in housing need and details the status of the implementation of the housing element programs. Table B. This table shows the RHNA progress from 2015 to 2020 in unincorporated San Joaquin County by affordability level. The lower numbers of new development in red from 25 to 2017 reflect the slow recovery coming out of the Great Recession that started in 2008-2009. The numbers for 2018 and 2019 show the recovering economy during those years. But because of the COVID-19 pandemic, residential units for 2020 were not as high as expected. Even with the high numbers over the last few years, it may be difficult for the county to reach the unattainably high RHNA numbers assigned to us by HCD. Because San Joaquin County is primarily a rural and agricultural county, in order to preserve and maintain agricultural lands and open space, the policies of the general plan direct most urban development to cities, city fringe areas, or urban communities that have full public services, and because of this, there is very limited development in the unincorporated county. However, The San Joaquin County Community Development Department is making a concerted effort to achieve the arena numbers. The following are programs being proposed for implementation or have been implemented to help streamline the application progress and accelerate housing productions to help the county in attaining allocated arena requirements. Under the SB2 planning grant, the Community Development Department has undertaken lobby and counter areas improvements to streamline permit processing for residential building permits. Also implementing e-plan check software to expedite the plan check process, and a new accessory dwelling unit and junior ADU manual is being created to streamline review of permits and allow for more of these units in appropriate locations. Also, during the development title update, the residential density bonus section of the development title will include additional zoning incentives for persons with special needs. Under the local early action planning grant, a flyer flow study is being conducted and will evaluate the county's special districts, which lack adequate fire flow to support new home construction and provide recommendations for improvements to allow for more affordable housing and residential development. A new farm workers housing implementation strategy and design manual would be developed also to help streamline the approval process for agricultural employee housing developments. I'm very excited about that. A new multifamily housing and mixed-use design manual will be created also to address affordable housing initiatives and support efforts to have higher density, mixed-use, and infill development at appropriate locations. New software will also be introduced this year in Camino, which would allow customers to virtually obtain answers to their development and permitting questions about project feasibility, timeline, fees, and a process for a successful project completion, reducing some of the barriers associated with the completion of affordable housing projects. Finally, the existing Mountain House Affordable Housing Trust Fund will help to also implement a multifamily housing project in Mountain House to provide affordable housing to low-income households. Thank you, Chair Hamilton. This concludes staff's presentation.
Thank you, John. Just a review, no action item on this. Go ahead. Any comments or motion for?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Chair. They are asking for an action. It will be forwarded to the Board of Supervisors to meet the statutory requirements.
Have a motion for?
I make a motion that we accept the San Joaquin County Housing Element Annual Progress Report for 2020 and forward the report to the Board of Supervisors with the recommendation that they accept the APR.
Seconded.
Roll call.
Commissioner Sangha,
Yes.
Commissioner Riefstaller,
Yes.
Commissioner Ridgely,
Yes.
Commissioner Hamilton.
Yes. Motion passes 4-0. Any planning commissioner comments? Seeing none, director's report.
Thank you, Chair. I wanted to note for the commission that we do not have any items scheduled for April 1st, but on April 15th, you will have 2 items, and both of them are cannabis related, and they will be the first cannabis related items before the Plan Commission for your recommendation to the Board of Supervisors. And then I also wanted to note that the Chicken Ranch use permit, site approval was appealed by multiple parties, and that will be heard by the Board of Supervisors on May 4th. And that concludes my comments.
Question, there's no address on this first one. Is this the one for the cannabis on 415? Is this the one on Lock Road in Lockford?
But one of them, yes. Let me refer to the, it is,
One on Stockton, looks like the top one, the big one is in Lockford.
Top one is Lockford and the bottom one is in South Stockton.
Stockton. Okay.
there you go. Thank you, sorry.
Okay, and then on the 5621 is Okay. Any other comments? Business to come forward? Not, we're adjourned.